What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm just getting, yeah, we'll have that. So I'm going to take a seat. This is what I've been balancing the camera on. Look at that, man bag goals. That's pissed as a fart. Fucking hell. You good with that? Jesus Christ. Did you see these cups? Remember that video that Jay did? Surprising me with all that Christmas stuff? Paid off quite well, really. Because we didn't buy any cups when we bought this water machine. So, welcome. Welcome back to a new video. Another day. Sat in the same place. 8 o'clock. Just got to the office. Waiting for Jay and Charlie to turn up. And thought I'd smash out a quick video and churn another one out. So, got a feeling I've done this video already on the channel, but the way I look at the YouTube channel I've got is like, that was like a year ago, and I just want to update it and refresh it, and if I do redo a video I've already done, it's probably going to be better than the first one anyway, so it's not such a terrible thing. So I'm going to be doing a video about how much it costs to start dropshipping, because that's a big question a lot of people ask, because there's so many different methods, there's so many strategies, so many people promoting it that it doesn't kind of have a one number answer. Like there's different costs to do it in different ways. So what I'm going to do is break down how much I'd recommend to have if you wanted to go down the Facebook ads route, how much I recommend you to have if you wanted to go down the Instagram influencer route, and how much you wanted to have if you wanted to follow a strategy that I use. So I'm going to lay down 3 different strategies and their costings relative to that. So I'm going to start with the general cost that across all of those you're going to have, and that's 2 things essentially. That's your Shopify plan if you're using Shopify. Some people use WordPress because they think it's cheaper, but really after you get all the plugins and everything else like that, it's not cheaper. So Shopify, $29 a month. That's about 25 quid probably, and that's just for a normal plan. That's all you need really. They take a percentage of your earnings through the Shopify payment thing, but it's pretty minor. So $29 a month, monthly, cancel whenever. You do get like a 14-day free trial on top of that before you have to start paying to build the site and everything like that. And then the other cost is going to be your domain. So a lot of people actually don't do domains, like they just keep it on the .myshopify.com. So let's say my store was called Louis Cooke. So as standard when building that store, it would have the domain louiscooke.myshopify.com. Whereas you can purchase a domain that can cost anywhere from £5 a year to thousands, but it's usually around £5 to £10 a year, so like $10, $15 a year. You could get louiscooke.com, for example, without the My Shopify. So they're the 2 costs you're going to have, whatever situation you're going through, whether you're doing Facebook ads, Instagram, influencers, or you're following a strategy that I use. So they're the essential cost. You're looking at 30 quid a month, basically. That's about $35, $40. So you're going to need that. You're going to need that cash flow, because if you don't have that, the store's shut down and you can't do fuck all with it. So do not try and make a Shopify site unless you have at least that in your bank every single month. Now, the next thing you're going to need if you're running with Facebook ads is a decent cash flow and a decent budget to start with. Now, I don't know how to do it. I wouldn't recommend how to do it. I wouldn't recommend you on how much to spend. I wouldn't recommend you to do it in the first place, but you're going to need a fair few £100. Probably recommend having over 1,000 to give yourself enough leeway to kind of play with and try and get some sales from it. But definitely not recommending using it in any way. But there are obviously loads of guys here on YouTube that do recommend using it and can probably tell you can start with like £5, but it's pretty much bullshit. So yeah, 1,000 quid, I'd probably say. Now moving on to Instagram influencers, that's something that is a lot more corrupt than it used to be. Like influencers back in the day, they were legit. They'd perform, they'd convert. Now it's so easy. I could have a page with 100k looking legit as fuck by tomorrow. Like it takes one day to put a good looking influencer page together. So they don't convert like they used to. There's so much fake engagement, so much fake traffic. You literally fake it till you make it with that kind of industry. So With that, really don't recommend it. Once again, there are guys on here that do. Apparently you need to like message them and chat to them and get them to show you their analytics and stuff. But like I said, that's all that can like be faked very fucking easily. So wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can start with a couple £100, 200, 300, 400 quid. Normally get shout outs for like 30 to 50 quid from decent pages. But like I said, it's no way to build a sustainable brand. The thing that I've always focused on is not being reliant on traffic from anywhere but yourself. So why don't you do Amazon, for example? I get asked that all the fucking time. Why don't I do Amazon FBA? Why don't I use eBay? All this kind of stuff. I don't want to be reliant on traffic from anything that isn't controlled from myself. So I control my traffic every single day. However much traffic I want to go to the site, how well I want it to convert, it's all controlled from the strategy that I use. Whereas with Amazon, you're reliant on the traffic that they bring you by being on that marketplace. With Facebook ads, you're reliant on Facebook allowing your ads to run nicely, allowing the targeting to work. You have no control over how that traffic converts or how well it does. You have no control. So tomorrow the ad could shut down and you've lost all your traffic because you don't have any kind of control over it whatsoever. The same with Instagram influencers. You pay someone 50 quid, you get a shout out. You pay them 50 quid another week, you get a shout out. But it's not reliant traffic that you can bring in, it's reliant on someone else doing something for you. So it's a massive thing that I preach is controlling your own brand, building sustainability around that brand, and aiming for longevity. Relying on other people's traffic, other people's sources, other people's marketplaces, it's a no-no from me, like a big no-no, just because if something fucks up, I know it's because I've done something wrong, and therefore I can fix it, I can make it better, and I can progress. That's what I've done over the last 5-6 years. But if it was Facebook ads and fucking my Facebook ad account got blocked or whatever it is, I don't even know what bullshit can happen because I don't use them, then you're done for because you've got no sustainability. You've got nothing coming in that isn't that Facebook ad. There's no other traffic. The only traffic you get is from the Facebook ad. And therefore, you don't control your own brand. You don't control the sustainability of it. And that's what I always preach against is relying on someone else's traffic. So for everyone that asks me why I don't do Amazon, for everyone that asks why I don't use Facebook ads or other paid traffic sources, it's because I can generate my own traffic and I can rely on that traffic. Make sure that traffic converts, and it's on me, it's on my head. So if shit hits the fan and something goes wrong and I stop getting it, I can do stuff to fix it. I can see where I've gone wrong and I can fix it from there. But if I'm using another traffic source that's not controlled by me and something goes tits up, there's nothing I can do about it because it's their traffic. They're the ones that's controlling your brand and your business. So that's why I don't focus on paid traffic sources. That's why I don't focus on Amazon FBA or anything like this, because I like to build and control my own brand and scale it my own way, automate it my own way, and just build a sustainable long-term brand that's going to keep me earning without having to fork out money on paid ads. So from that point, the strategy that we use does not include any paid advertising, doesn't include Facebook ads, Instagram influencers and stuff like that, like I've discussed, and essentially is all taught within mentorship. So I don't blast out on here because it's something that I hold back for people on the program, but that's the focus and it's zero ads. So therefore you don't need any extra cost, if that makes sense. You've got Facebook ads that you're going to need £1,000 for. You've got Instagram influencers you're going to need a fair few £100 for, but to control your own brand, to build your own brand, focus on your own traffic, your own strategy and everything else, you don't need the extra paid advertising costs. So therefore you save a lot more money. You need a lot less cash flow, but what you do need is the work ethic, because you're not paying to make something work for you, you're putting in the work to make it work for you. That's essentially it. And then there's ways of automating it in the future, but for the time being, to build the business and build the brand, it's a lot of work and you've got to make shit happen. But it's a simple thing to do if you kind of knuckle down and focus on it. It's not hard. It's not a hard business model to do. Like if you went to a big time entrepreneur and explained him this kind of business model, dropshipping as a whole, he'd probably laugh at how simple it is. It's probably the easiest business model to kind of ace and make money with, which is why so many young kids are able to flip shit and make money with it, because it's not a difficult business model to understand or control and bring in money with. So yeah, for today guys, what am I doing today? I've got to go do all my emails. I'm going to edit this video, get this up tonight. That'll be 3 days in a row. Jay will be in a minute. We've got a little bit of work to do together. Bit of Fortnite probably. Congratulate Charlie because he had a big day of sales yesterday with our stores, and he's fitting in and doing really well. You probably saw on my Instagram, we bought him a Gucci hat the other day, which was pretty funny. We went to Selfridges, Birmingham Bullring, which is a big city, kind of an hour and a half away from us. And I was buying this fucking little handbag and a few different bits, like some hats and shit like that. And he was picking up this hat, and he was saying he liked it and stuff. And me and Jay had talked previously. We said, I think we should probably get him something, because we always wanted to be the bosses that we never had. So that was always a goal of ours. And we saw in his first week the potential he has, kind of the mindset he has and the way that he does things. And we knew he was going to be here for the long run. We know that he's going to grow with us as a company. And we thought, what's the most motivating thing after your first week at a job that can push you to kind of perform better, create more and earn more? And that's by treating the fucking bloke to a Gucci hat. So 300 quid, bought him a Gucci hat. He fucking lost his head. He was trying to send us money for it. He was saying he didn't need it and all this kind of stuff. But that's what me and Jay set out to do here, was to be able to provide stuff like that and be the kind of the figures that we wanted to have when we were working in full-time jobs. So we are definitely not allowing his 9-to-5 experience to be like ours was, let's put it that way. So he got a Gucci hat. He's been killing it since. And I said to Jay yesterday, I said, this is exactly why we did it, because look at how much more he's done, look at how much harder he's worked since getting it, because he sees the opportunity that there is within the company that we're building. So congratulating him when he gets in. Like I said, edit this video, get this up. I've got to do a daily email that I've been sending out for about 5 days now. My daily email link is in the description below. If you want to join on that, I just send out an email every day with a bit of guidance, value, banter, bullshit, and essentially a little GIF on the top. So that's me today. I got a couple of phone calls as well. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it makes sense and like shows you that you don't need thousands of pounds to start. As always, if you've got any questions, just send me a DM on Instagram. I'm pretty fucking active on there, and I try to reply to every single person straight away, if not by the end of the day, next day or whatever. So send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know what you're wanting to achieve, what you're willing to do to achieve it, and what you've done in the past, and I can build a plan out from there and get you fucking killing it. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Like I said, hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm gonna sit here, drink my little cup of water, and then get on with the day. So yeah, much love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.